Hi, and welcome to the BOS. BOS stands for Basic Oxygen Steelmaking. Back in 1972, a significant investment by the company of $45 million to build the BOS. Since that time, it has produced over 180 million tonnes of steel in its entire operation. Fantastic contribution by a number of people. Although BOS has basic oxygen steelmaking, there is nothing basic about it. High technology is involved in making lots of grades of steel to ensure that our customer gets what they are after. Thank you to all of our employees for the contribution over the many years.
I started number one open half where it took us 8 hours to make the same amount of steel they do in 25 minutes.
It was pretty intimidating when I first started there. There's certainly a lot more people than there are over here.
I was one of the last people to be trained at teaming ingots. It was a good way to see how steel reacts, and it was a good learning experience, but I'm glad I only did like 6 months of that because that's a terrible way to make steel.
And my first posting was at the BOS.
Turning the iron into steel.
Amazing process and very eye-opening.
They talk about, how much this company's changed in the last 20 years.
The changes are huge.
The times have changed in this place, I tell you.
Whilst the principles are the same, it's a lot different than when I was doing it 20 years ago.
Environmental control, quality control and safety control.
We're also a lot more diverse workforce these days.
Fresh ideas coming in, different ways of doing things.
Things have changed.
A lot more women in the workplace.
I make the steel. And you coordinate the whole process of bringing in scrap, bringing in hot metal from the blast furnace.
I've heard the last 40 years of different scenarios and stories and things that people have done and why the rules have changed for this.
Probably hear it from a lot of old people, but the safety is fantastic these days compared to what it was like back then.
A lot of safety now.
The safety.
Like safety around this place.
Focus on safety.
Safety's pushed. There's a real push for safety.
A very safe place to work.
That stick was hot, even with gloves on. It cooked your hands. Now it's the sublands where a lance goes down from the top.
The transition to technology.
The technology.
Moved along with technology as well.
All the big changes have all been automation. The plant's still producing more than it ever was, and it's a lot more reliable than it ever was.
We've streamlined a lot of our processes, and one thing that stands out for me is the fact that a lot of our processes are automated now, and that's not necessarily just the physical plant processes, but a lot of the reporting and day-to-day tasks.
It's a great place to work because the people.
Yes, everyone helping each other.
But yeah, it's a camaraderie.
Oh, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a whole new world.
Well, I hope to actually work here for 50 years.
What I see, we're heading in the right direction.
It's heavy industry, but it's exciting.
I'm here till I retire.
I think another 50 years for sure.
I'm just so wowed to be part of Blue Scope and to celebrate half a century.
As the BOS Operations Manager, I'm proud to be celebrating 50 years at the BOS. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone, past and present, for their contribution for the successful operation of the BOS. Your efforts are most appreciated. Thank you.